Hi everyone, in this video I am going to explain about the types of ROMs. We know the full form of ROM is read-only memory. Read-only memory. That means it is used to store some data in this. Okay, it is a device. It is a device used to store some data. Okay, so there are four different types of ROMs. There are four types of ROMs available. There are four different types of ROMs. So four different types are nothing but depending upon the type of the manufacturing. Okay, so first one, M-ROM. M-ROM. M-ROM is nothing but mask read-only memory. Mask read-only memory. I will explain what is what individually. And the second one is P-ROM. P-ROM. See, mask ROM, or sometimes it is also referred to as mask programmable ROM, but it is not programmable. Okay, so that's why I am saying it as mask read-only memory. And the second one, P-ROM. P-ROM, P stands for programmable read-only memory. Programmable read-only memory. And third one, erasable programmable read-only memory, which is EEPROM. EPROM. Okay, E stands for erasable. Programmable erasable programmable read-only memory. Read-only memory. And the last one is EEPROM. 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 One more E is added to this same EEPROM, that is electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. Programmable read-only memory. Okay, so first one is mask read-only memory, and second one programmable read-only memory, third erasable programmable read-only memory, and the last one is electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. Okay, now let us see what is what individually. The first one, M-ROM. M-ROM. So M-ROM is nothing but mask read-only memory. Mask read-only memory. Remember, this is the type of a memory which the data comes up with from the manufacturer itself. Okay, suppose some we can say user is there, he orders the data, he sends the data. Listen carefully. User is there, this user wants to store some data in a particular memory location. Okay, ROM. User wants to store some data in a ROM. Whatever the data he wants to store, that data he sends to the manufacturer. What the manufacturer will do? Manufacturer will produce a device or a ROM. He will produce a ROM with that data what the user has sent. Okay, so user will send the data to the manufacturer what he wants to store. Manufacturer will create a read-only memory device, with the data what the user has sent. That means directly the device comes up with the memory. Directly the device is coming up with the memory, so that it cannot be programmed later. Once the data is coming up with to the ROM itself, that is fixed forever. Okay, so I will write here In this type, the user specifies the data, to be stored to the manufacturer, to the manufacturer of the memory. The data patterns specified by the user are programmed as a part of the fabrication process. Okay, so once programmed is nothing but memory which is dumped with the data what the user has sent. Once the programmed, the data pattern can never be changed. The data can never be changed. Okay, this type of ROM is referred to as generally ROM or mask read only memory. Okay, and ROMs are highly suited for high volume usage due to their low cost. Actually, this is low cost, that's why it is preferred for many users. Okay, it is suited for very high volume. High volume is nothing but maximum amount of data we can store due to its low cost. Though it is having the problem like it cannot be reprogrammed, because once the programming is done by the manufacturer, the user cannot change its data. Though it can be preferred because of its low cost. And the second type is programmable read-only memory. Programmable read-only memory. What do you mean by programmable read-only memory? What is the problem with the previous one? In the previous one, the data once programmed, it cannot be reprogrammed. Okay, but it cannot be reprogrammed by the user, because here the data will be dumped by the manufacturer. Whereas user cannot dump the data. Okay, understand the difference. User will give the data to the manufacturer so that the manufacturer dumps this data and produces a ROM device. Okay, later user cannot have any chance to dump the data. Okay, so in programmable read-only memory, manufacturer will produce a empty memory location. In that empty memory location, the user will store the data whatever he wants to store. That means the user has the chance here to store the data, because the memory comes up with empty storage. Okay, so manufacturer will produce the ROM with empty storage. The user has a chance to store the data whatever he or she wants. Okay, so now as the data is available with the user and the ROM is also free of storage, then he can store the data. So user will store data onto the ROM location. Okay, that is good. But once programmed by the user, Once programmed by the user, data can never be changed. Data can never be changed. Okay, in this P-ROM and in the previous M-ROM, both the things are once the ROM is programmed, it cannot be changed. But the difference is here the user has a chance to program the data whatever he wants because the memory location is empty. But in the previous location, directly the memory comes up with the data. Okay, their user can also have no chance to store the data. That is the difference between M-ROM and P-ROM. And coming to EEPROM, okay, as we are going level by level, types of level by level of this ROM, then definitely we will be having some advantages compared to the previous models. So M-ROM user has no chance to dump the data, and in P-ROM user has a chance, but once it is programmed, it cannot be erased. In EEPROM, erasable programmable read-only memory. That means the data once stored in this, it can be erased. It can be erased. Okay, that is the main advantage of this EEPROM compared to the previous M-ROM and P-ROM. So the data the data which is stored can be erased any number of times. Any number of times. That means once we are writing the data into the ROM, that can be erased later. Okay, so that process can be done any number of times. Okay, this writing and erasing can be done for any number of times. Here, erasing is done by passing UV light, ultraviolet light for about 30 minutes. For about 30 minutes. Okay, that means some device is there, ROM device is there, which is written with some data. Then UV light will be passing on that particular memory location so that that data for about 30 minutes so that the data can be erased in this. That is EEPROM. Okay, and the last one is EEPROM. EEPROM. EEPROM is electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. Both are same. Here also the data can be written multiple times in EEPROM, but the data can be erased in EEPROM by just passing an electrical signal in this. Okay, without using any ultraviolet rays. Okay, so this is another type of reprogrammable memory in which the erasing is done here. The erasing is done electrically rather than exposing the chip is nothing but memory location, chip or ROM, to the UV radiation, what we have done in the previous case. So it is referred to as EEPROM, electrically erasable P-ROM. It is also known as electrically alterable ROM. Electrically alterable ROM. EAROM. Okay, generally we don't use this name. Okay, everywhere we have this type of name, EEPROM. EEPROM are also known as electrically alterable ROM because by using electrical signal we are altering or changing the data in the ROM. Okay, so these are the different types of ROMs: mask read-only memory, programmable read-only memory, erasable programmable read-only memory, and electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. Thank you.